Hey gents and gentlets, so many of you requested it, so we're going to be taking a little break from Disney, and let's look at everything you missed in the movie Sing. Tell me where these Easter eggs are at for your random chance to win this special edition copy of Sing. Don't forget to include hashtag Sing in your comment. With Pixar, for the most part, it's a little easier to find Easter eggs because we know what we're looking for, like the Pizza Planet truck, or the ball, or the lamp. However, Universal Studios is responsible for Sing, so for this one, we all need to be put on high alert. If I miss an Easter egg in this video, kindly let me know in the comments below, and I will make a new video for Sing and give you credit for pointing out that particular Easter egg. One easy Easter egg to find is this. Illumination Entertainment is to Universal like Pixar is to Disney. They make a lot of great movies we enjoy, and they're typically more known for the Minions, obviously. And for this first Easter egg, it's in plain sight. In the sign, when the letters start breaking down, the broken letters spell Minion. When they're showing off the famous Moon Theater, if you look at the stairs, you will see none other than Tortoise and the Hare are racing to the top. Who do you think's gonna win? Have you ever been to a movie or a play or any type of show and someone really tall sits in front of you? Then you can relate with this guy. This play looks a lot like the scene from Nightmare Before Christmas. That monkey might be considered cheap by only giving the mouse a penny, but he was the only one out of everyone that gave anything. So I think he was the most generous and not cheap. And that rat of a mouse was the least bit thankful. It's interesting too that Mike seems to be the meanest character in the production, and he just happens to be a mouse. But I'm thinking it's just a coincidence and Universal isn't actually taking a swing at our beloved Mickey Mouse. But if you notice, one of the little piglets' name is Mickey.
By Gail, by Rory, by Mickey, by Mo, by Nelson, by Hannah, by Tess, by Casper.
And while we're looking at this deliciously adorable bacon family that has more kids than 19 kids and counting, did anyone else notice that kid is eating pepperoni pizza?
But that is called cannibalism, my dear children, and is in fact frowned upon in most societies.
Also, why do they keep the food in the same cabinet that they keep the chemicals in? But at least they're drinking almond milk and not cow's milk. Buster's dad spent his entire life washing cars to buy the theater for Buster Moon. Oh, such a good dad. That is an interesting career choice though, since in real life, the biggest killer of koalas are cars. This is why you should look both ways before crossing the streets. They never really explained what happened to Buster's dad either. My guess though is he got ran over by one of his customers. In Mike's office we can see a helmet that looks a lot like a famous helmet from the movie Gladiator. Don't worry, I'm not gonna say that's the Pixar ball. But that's a donut. If you're wondering why cops are always eating donuts in movies, it's because cops work day and night. And in the oldie days, we didn't live in a society that was open 24 hours a day. So cops that worked graveyard shifts didn't have anywhere to go for food, and donut shops were open super early so they could make all their donuts and stuff. So cops would hang out at the donut shop since it was the only place open in town, and donuts were a perfect meal for cops to eat. Why? Because they could eat it in their car, and if someone called the emergency hotline for help, they could easily trash it, or save it for later since donuts are cheap and edible, warm or cold. The Buster Moon Theater also looks a little bit like the same theater found in the backlot tours at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Holy shit!
Grab the wall, slow down, grab the wall.
And when Marty McFly tried to go back to the future, we can see that Doc had trouble connecting the power cables, just like Mr. Moon did. And of course, the theater has a clock tower. The Secret Life of Pets was one of Universal's brand new little babies. So of course they put some Easter eggs in Sing referencing to the Secret Life of Pets. You can see the Monkeys gang wearing snowball masks. You remember that crazy little rabbit? The one that acts like he has rabies or something. Well, if you look on the wall of Buzzer's office, you will see that evil little rabbit attacks again.
That ball of fluff's got a screw loose.
Also, we can't forget Buddy. He got to play as a detective, and he's partying it up in the club. Also, if you look at the license plate on the Gorilla Getaway truck, you will see it's the same exact license plate on the vehicle of Duke's old house in Secret Life of Pets.
That car is new.
That's odd.
I don't even know what that means.
And the croc that put the money in the trunk for Mike probably isn't the crocodile from Peter Pan. It's probably the crocodile from Secret Life of Pets. Yeah, I know, that one's a stretch. Alfred Hitchcock is a famous film director that often hid in his own movies. Universal Studios has much respect for him. If you've ever been on the backlot tours of Universal's Hollywood, you already knew that. And they carry on that tradition. The old lizard queen, Miss Crawley, is voiced by the director, Garth Jennings. Random fact, her eyeball is made in China. I wonder if that's where the pirate from Pirates got his eyeball.
Let's say China.
Survey time. If Buster Moon had a singing competition in your town, would you try out for it? Yes? No? Maybe so. Obviously, none of us like this two-timing, boyfriend-stealing, relationship-breaking, stuck-up little Becky. No, not those Beckys. This Becky.
Hi, I'm Becky.
She's such a...
That total super jerk Dinkelsplat!
Exactly.
Of course she's wearing sunglasses, even though she's inside, and even though it's nighttime. 'Cause it's always sunny in Jerkville. Somehow, Becky managed to forget her shady sunglasses in the house when Ash kicked them out.
Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. I think I left my sunglasses in there.
Well, in Ash's live show at the end, you can see she's wearing Becky's glasses, then trashes them out into the audience. And earlier when the original theater falls apart, it looks like there's already a little magic in the air. What's going on, Ash and Johnny? That knee slide is the same knee slide that Marty did in Back to the Future.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it.
You guys okay?
On Ash's ex's guitar, it looks like there's a Easter egg. Do you know what show that's from?
You almost killed me, Jumbo!
He called her Dumbo, obviously referencing to Disney's Dumbo. Dumbo also has a mouse as a sidekick. That's ironic. And that's an Easter egg for Universal's next release, Despicable Me 3.
Yeah, see?
In case you didn't know this, it's illegal to yell fire in a theater if there isn't a fire, because people can actually get seriously hurt. But in this case, there really was a fire. At least the theater has insurance though. And Mina found the fire extinguisher. Even though the fire extinguisher did expire on May 15, 2008. The Back to the Future ride in Universal's Orlando also expired on May 15, 2008. And it was replaced that same day by the Simpsons ride. But fire extinguishers also have safety pins. They don't work unless you pull the pin. So then how did she use that fire extinguisher if she never pulled the pin? That poor baboon has some bad luck. Looky, he's the one that got sideswiped in the crash.
Give me some good news!
And since they put Sing on the bus in The Secret Life of Pets, I bet the poster on this bus is gonna be an Easter egg to a future film they haven't released yet. That guy needs Beanos or there'll be no gas. But listen when he squishes the snail. That scream is actually a famous scream called the Wilhelm scream, and it's been in tons of movies. It's kind of like an audible version of A113 or the famous Utah Teapot. Not referencing to any school, of course, but a really old western. Just a few examples of the sound effects are like Toy Story or Star Wars. It also looks like Mr. Gas has to pay for his crimes. Here we can see him stuck in prison. But don't worry, he paid his time and our little friend survived. That's probably a reference to the Warner Brothers Tower, and you know who lives inside it? The Animaniacs.
It's time for Animaniacs.
So in the end, Nana rebuys the property and they're able to rebuild. But why can't Buster rebuild it on his own? He just had a packed out theater, right? Well, it was probably a free theater because I didn't see an admission and I didn't see a ticket booth. But if you remember earlier from the fire, he does have insurance. So in a real life catastrophic event like that, the insurance would have replaced the entire building. So who needs Nana stuck up Nunu? The contest for Moana has closed. So if you want to find the hidden Easter eggs on your own, close your little eyes because here we go. Ready, set, go. And the winner for that Moana video, congratulations, I'll be reaching out to you shortly. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far in the video, you probably want to subscribe because you like my videos. And remember to check the bell because the first hour I upload a video, I try to reply to as many of you as possible. Remember, gents and gentlets, share a smile with someone today. They are contagious.